Hey everyone, so the new Bloxburg update is finally here, so let's take a look at what they have in store for us. As usual, I'm going to start with a build mode and see what new items there are in build mode. Starting with decorate, we have a new spruce tree, so this is a new tree. Let's see how resizable it is, so you can make it very narrow and then, wow, it goes pretty tall. And just for a reference, this is the rough cypress we have, or cypress. And then this is the pine tree that we have. So they're all kind of in a similar branch. I do like the new tree. Definitely add some variety to the trees that we already have. But moving on, let's remove the old trees. We have a bug catching net, and stick around because I do need to say something about that one. Then there's a camping shower tent, a camping thermos. And this is all from a new brand which is called Musk Oxen or something along the lines of that. Then we have the new outhouse that was already teased to us in one of the teasers on Twitter. And I have this friend called Haza, which we have this running joke about a disco outhouse, so I might turn this one into a disco tent and make it a big party. We have a pile of chopped wood logs, then kids' binoculars, and then next to that, of course, adult binoculars. Then this is something that was highly requested. We have a floor ivy now. I don't think it is resizable. It is actually resizable, which is amazing. So before we had wall ivy, which has also been renewed apparently. You can still make it somewhat look like the old one if you do prefer the old one. But we had this, you needed to place it on a basic shape and then put it on the ground, which it wasn't great. And now we finally have floor ivy you can place on your plot, which I'm very, very happy with. Then we have a new fern plant, which I think is also resizable. Oh yes, it is. You can make it very tiny. This will actually look nice if you make it tiny and you place it in a pot, just to put on your dining room table. Moving on, we have a camping cot, which is kind of like a bed that you can place in a tent or just, well, out in the open, I guess. And then we also have one with a sleeping bag on top of it. Also by the same new brand with the Ox logo. Then we have a new camping grill. We have a portable electric zapper. And then we also have the wall version of it. I think those would look really nice in like cheaply made restaurants or something like that. Then this is probably my new favorite addition to the game. It is a field of fireflies. And this can also be resized, so you can add more, you can add less. Resizing it is pretty funky, but as you can see, you can make it pretty big. Now the thing is, it's kind of hard to build around it, as you can see. So what I would personally do is make it as small as possible. So put it like very, very tiny, so that it's one concentrated bulb. Then place it, and then I would place my flowers and stuff kind of around it. And then I would go ahead and resize the fireflies, because it's kind of hard to build with them. And then you can have your field of fireflies just like that. I really, really love that. And then of course we also have a jar of fireflies. Moving on, we have a new birch tree with a new material on it. This tree is also resizable, and I'm glad we finally have one of those trees now, because a lot of people were trying to recreate something like this. Now we finally have a tree that really looks like a tree, if you imagine it, I guess. Or at least where I live, this is like the normal tree. Then we also have a modern sleeping bag. We have a kid's sleeping bag, and we have an adult sleeping bag. Moving on to tents, we have some new tents. We have a kit tent, which I think would be great if you make like a tree house in this. So you make your platform. Actually, let's quickly do that. It's not gonna be great, but it's gonna be something. I'm looking for the cylinder. Also, I've been on vacation. I've been playing a lot of Ark Survival Evolved, so 3 platforms. If you know what that game is, it's definitely up my alley right now. I think I'm gonna have to resize the tree a little bit, because this is not looking fantastic. Alright, it's something. We still need like steps to it, but I'm not going to add them. This is just a small tiny example. Moving this a little bit to the side. We can always add pillars under it and stuff, but we're not going to make a full treehouse right now. And then on top of that, you can put like the tent, just like this. And I think it looks super cute. You can make your treehouse. I've actually never seen a tent on a treehouse, but I don't know why I had this idea. Let's just put it back on the ground. And then we have a tent for adults. I think you can see a pattern here. Then we have direction signs. We have blank ones. And we also have a direction sign that says Nosy Neighbor, Astrobloxiticus Lab, Tom's Summer Place, Boomer's Lost Firework, and Susan's House. Then this is also something that I really love, and it is a field of flowers. Not sure if that's not resizable. However, you can still create something beautiful looking. And I think it has many painting groups, which I'm happy about. So let's do some red flowers, some blue flowers. Wow, they're very bright. And some green flowers just to show how much color you have. And you can actually paint the stem of the flowers as well, which I appreciate. Copying that over, and this is very bright. It kind of looks like, I don't know what it looks like. Yeah, if it had realistic colors, it would actually look really nice. I just went very bright to show you the different color groups. So this is what it looks like with a more realistic color. I really, really like that. And then we have a natural log bench as well, which you can actually sit on. So these are the tents. We already have tents, so you know how they work. If you sleep in one, the tent closes and you're completely locked in. That's one way to lock in friends in your tents. You just invite them into the tent and then go to bed and it closes and they can't exit. But yeah, that's maybe not something I should encourage. And then I'm too old to sleep in the kids' tent, so this is really only for kids. Same thing with the sleeping bags, you can sleep in them. Oh, and then also with the pillows, of course, that we have in build mode, you can, of course, replace the pillows. Let me put my placement grid a little larger on the sleeping bags. Okay, let me do it correctly. As you can see, not sure if it works in the tents. It does work in the tents, so you can put your own pillows if you wish. And then one last new thing is a camping grill. So it's basically a campfire with a grill over top. This will be a nice something to add to my backyard. Oh, the fireflies are so nice. I also think you can change their color, but I'm not too sure about that. Let's see. Let's make them hot pink. Okay, you can actually change the color of the fireflies. Highly appreciate it. So now we have hot pink fireflies. As you can see, I now have a field of hot pink. Looks so magical, and you can walk through it. It's not like there's a box blocking you from walking through it. Then some new foods. We can roast bread. So it's basically bread wrapped around the stick. As you can see, very nicely roasted bread. Eat all. Roast hot dog, which is also a hot dog on a stick. It looks kind of weird. And then when it's finished, it actually just comes on a plate. And then the marshmallow is something we already had, so that one you know. Then we also now have a grilled banana, which I need a counter for. Grilling the banana. It's an aluminium foil. And yes, it's aluminium, not aluminum. And I like how you can see the coals like heat up a little bit. I think that's a really nice effect. Then the banana turns brown, so let's take it out. And this is what it looks like. It has some marshmallows on top and some chocolate, what it looks to be. And that's your banana, your grilled banana. Then this is the shower, so it closes when you go inside. This is the outhouse. So it has your toilet. You can actually use the toilet after you close the door because, well, this is kind of strange, but sure. Then there is more outside of build mode. Actually, since we're here, as you can see, there are now butterflies around the map, and this is where the new bug net comes in handy. If you equip it and you walk up to a butterfly or a dragonfly, there's two of them right here, and you cast it, let's catch this one, you will actually get a trophy for catching bugs. And there's two of them right here, but there's more to find all around the map, and they don't always spawn in the same spot. I do kind of want to catch that other one now though, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Hey, this is not easy because it flies around a lot, but you need to try and like catch it. I did it. I got the trophy. So going back home, and the trophies are actually really beautiful. These are the bugs that I caught, and they're in this nice trophy case. And there's multiple to discover on the map. That is why some bugs are flying around, but you need your bug net to catch them. And I think it's so beautiful. I do want to collect all of them, really. And then lastly, moving on to the campsite. The campsite actually did get a bit of an update. So driving all the way up to the highway, following the little dirt road. As you can see, we now have flags going up to the campfire in the middle. They've added some of the new tents around the campfire with some paths towards it. We now have some seating areas as well, which is super nice to see. So you can come and sit here with your friends and actually go camping now, which is amazing to see. There's a mini fridge next to one of the tables. So if you want, you can take a quick meal over here. Let's grab a carrot. So this is kind of like a tiny mood station now. There's more to discover now. It's not just just tents anymore. At the back right here, we have a swing and then a trampoline that you can use as well, with some benches. And then in the back here, we have a tent, or a shower tent at least, where you can get your hygiene up. And then if you follow along, there's a little stone pathway all the way to the outhouse. So if you don't have the block box right now, but you do want to check out the outhouse, it is in the campsite and you can actually use it here. It's a little angled, so it sits a bit uncomfortably, but that makes it more fun in my opinion. And I like that there's a little more to the campsite right now. We have some barbecue areas, the trampoline, the shower. Of course, we still have the campfire in the middle. There's a guitar now. You can sit around it still. It's just overall a little more cozy, which I definitely like. And that was all there is to say about this update. I actually like this one, especially the fireflies that we can put on our plot will make our garden so cozy, especially the dark corners that we don't know what to do with, or at least I don't know what to do with a lot of the times. So I'm definitely going to be using those fireflies in my backyard. I do like that they updated the campsite as well. Definitely add something new to the game. And then the bug catching is something that'll keep me busy, definitely. But I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe.